Hey everybody, it's me, Rainbow Strike here, and today we're going to be doing the start of a 3-part series. The first time I'm going to be doing this type of video. Hopefully I'll be able to do more of these later in the future, next year. But we're going to be doing a review, well, a ranking of all the best, well, not all the best, but the worst to best animated movies of 2021. Yes, this is going to be a 3-part series because there's so many on this on this list of this year. So I want to just break it down in 3 to make it a lot easier. And I'm just letting you guys know, as of this recording, I have not seen Sing 2 yet. So, yeah, so even though I doubt it's going to be this down on the list, unless if that bullshit is so bad that's going to drag the film down, which I don't think so. So, I'm going to be, so just letting you guys know, I haven't, as of this recording, I have not seen it, but if things do change, I might maybe later on in a video later, I'll explain maybe if it is that bad, it's going to be somewhere on this list, on this like bottom list. But for right now, we're just gonna be doing what I've seen already. And and before we start, I don't want to say any of these videos, I don't really necessarily hate them. At the very bottom one, I do think it's bad, but it's not like I hate it. But I generally do like all these movies. There's just some that I like more than others, like way more. And yeah, even though this is technically the worst bottom, they're not super bad. Well, unless I don't know, I'm pretty forgiving for bad movies. But yeah, let's just get started with the worst to best movies of this year. Starting off the list, Anima, Spirit of the Amazon. Yeah, it's not that surprising that this is the lowest on the list. It's not so bad that makes anyone angry, but it is pretty bad. It's mostly boring, nothing that special. It does have cool themes, but it's not really executed that well. And it's, yeah, again, really boring. The only thing that honestly wasn't that boring were the 2 side characters, Vaca, and I can't remember what the other one is named. But yeah, they were the only funny parts of the entire film. They weren't that boring. They were kind of funny and cute. But overall, like, yeah, the rest of the film is not that great. It's just like the 2 side characters, but even then, only one of them is I really like, and the other one I don't really care about. Yeah, it is kind of sad when only the side characters are, you know, the best part of a film. But it's not so bad. It is still pretty bad, and in my opinion, the worst film of this year. But, you know, at least it has a cool side character. So, yeah, that's about it for this one. Next up is the 2021 animated film Diary of a Wimpy Kid. And yeah, this was also really boring. And honestly, if you've seen the first live action film, you basically saw this film. This animated film is sadly like a downgraded version of the live action film. Even though it does have, it's sad because there are some parts of this film that I actually quite like. I really like the chat that Greg's mom and Greg have about like their inner voice. I like that little scene. I also like the fact that they emphasize more on the little bike game that they play for some reason with like the football. I never really understood it, but now it's a little bit more, you know, they kind of talk about it a little bit more here. It's not that big of a deal anyway, but I kind of like the change in that. But anyway, overall, it still was pretty boring, not that great of a film, and really a disappointment because I was really looking forward to this film until I found out it was only 58 minutes long. It's really short, but somehow feels long and boring. And again, if you've seen the first live action film, you've seen this film. The live action film is way better than this. And yeah, you're better off just watching the first live action Diary of a Wimpy Kid than watching this. But yeah, pretty disappointing. Next, The Boss Baby 2 Family Business. And wow, this film honestly surprised me. Not because it was that good, it was because of how insane it is. It's really crazy. It really like ups like the insanity in this series, and like that's just what makes it really funny of how crazy it all gets in this film. Like there's like this crazy horse, which by the way is also not also but another side character that's my favorite character in the entire film. She's just so funny, and I really like her. She's really cute and she's really funny. But other than that, yeah, like I mean, she adds to the craziness, which is definitely which is amazing. So yeah, this is a pretty insane movie. Like I mean, it is by definition pretty okay, pretty good. And also, if you guys want to know, I don't like the first Boss Baby, but this one was a surprise. It was insane, but a good kind of fun insane. You're not gonna be bored with this film. It's really fun. That doesn't make it, you know, a great film, but it's a fun film to just, you know, watch the insanity of it. It's just crazy. Well, I didn't expect to either watch or review this film, but here we are. Let's talk about Paw Patrol the movie. And if it wasn't obvious enough, this film is obviously meant for little kids. And for little kids movies go, it was alright. It wasn't that bad. And honestly, as someone as, you know, is 20 years old, I kind of enjoyed myself with this film. I mean, mostly ironically though, because a lot of the dialogue is pretty bad and a lot of the jokes are pretty bad. There's only like one joke that I really like, and it was about like their merchandise or something. But yeah, overall, this was pretty funny to watch through because of how like silly and dumb it all is. But it's not bad. It really isn't that bad. Yeah, not much else to say about this film. It was just it was pretty fun, really ironically funny. But, you know, it's enjoyable. Like, I don't think older audiences like me are gonna, like, hate this film. Like, they're mostly just gonna make fun of it. That's about it. But yeah, overall, just a pretty dumb but kind of fun film. Next up is SpongeBob, Sponge on the Run. And I kind of forgot this film came out this year, but that's honestly the best way to describe this film. It's pretty forgettable. And yeah, not much else to say. The animation looks really nice, even though, actually, no, the animation does look nice. Let's just talk about some of the problems. I really don't like a lot of the retconning in this movie. I don't know why they had to do that. It's all for that. Well, actually, no, I know why. For a spin-off show on Paramount Plus that I never watched because it didn't look that great anyway. But yeah, the animation's nice. The voice acting is obviously top tier because it's, you know, the SpongeBob voice actors. And yeah, I guess it was cute. It was funny at times, but overall, just a forgettable film, a pretty alright film, I guess. But yeah, but it's still good. It has some good parts, but yeah, kind of boring and forgettable. But that's all I really have to say about this film. It's fun, but pretty forgettable. Next is a pretty surprising film, Back to the Outback. This was released on Netflix this month on the 10th, and it was surprisingly pretty alright. It was a pretty alright film. It has some good moments, and it has some pretty bad moments. But yeah, a lot of the characters in this film are pretty good and really cute and charming. I really like the snake character. I really like the scorpion. I'm sorry I forgot their names. I like the alligator character. And yeah, these were a good cast of characters. Some I liked more than others, and some that I absolutely hated, like the koala bear, but I guess it took time for me to get used to him. I will say though, like, yeah, a lot of the jokes on here are actually really surprising. I did not expect a lot of these jokes to be like this adult and like this good, but there's also a bunch of dud jokes, really pretty bad jokes. But it's like a mixture of good and bad jokes. But overall, it was pretty surprising. It was pretty fun, pretty funny. Animation's surprisingly really nice. But yeah, overall, it was enjoyable. It was fun. It has its dumb moments, but it also has its good moments. I like a lot of the characters. Again, I hate some of them too. But overall, it's a pretty enjoyable watch. Okay, I know some people are going to be really mad at me that I put this movie this low on the list, but let me clarify, I still like the movie and think it's good. But sorry about this, but next up is Vevo. Yeah, a lot of people really do like this film, and I can understand why people like it. But for me, though, it was just a good movie. It wasn't that amazing. Like, it was just an alright film. It was a good alright film, though. I should say I love the music, even though I hate some others. Like, I hate Gabby's song, but I like the final love music that Vevo's owner wrote. That was I love the animation for that scene too. It was just spectacular. But yeah, some of the music is pretty good. The animation is pretty nice, and the characters are all right. They're a lot. I like some more than others. Like I think Vevo's owner is my favorite character in this film, but he didn't really have that much screen time. But anyway, yeah, it still was a good film. I still think it's a good film, and I liked it. I just didn't think it was amazing as everyone else did. Sorry.